What do kale chips and flaming hot Cheetos have in common? Apparently nothing, but that's the problem. And it's not just product formulation and advertising, it's the target consumer and where the products are found. Makers of kale chips, organic bars, kombucha drinks, and other better-for-you concepts historically have disregarded the hot Cheetos eater. They're seen as demographically undesirable, unsophisticated, not into health, and poor. Studies estimate that lower income consumers, those supposedly poor, uneducated, ethically diverse customers, represent over $8 billion in lost opportunity.
You was never put on this earth to change his lives. You did it over against some bad people. Now change yours.
I have never felt ever. This is the greatest I've ever felt about myself. The Spirit Diet, we coming for you.
I was born in Queens, New York, in Rosedale, Queens. And I stopped eating meat when I was 19. I believe it was something that I came here with. I believe you are who you are when you get here. But I was a rapper for most of my life. I never thought I would end up here. Never in a million years did I think that this is where God would put me. I took a meeting with a friend of a friend because I wanted to show someone my ideas. I felt like I was onto something, but I never considered myself to be good at business, and I didn't think that I would be good at business because I don't have an MBA. And at the end of the meeting, he just real nonchalantly said, "You should do a business plan." And it had never occurred to me that route was even a possibility for someone like me. But the way he said it, it made me think hey, why not? So I land a meeting with this huge VC venture capitalist, and I was underprepared, way out of my league, and I had never been that embarrassed in my whole entire life. At the end of the meeting, and he looked at me and he was like, "Dream bigger." And I didn't even know what to say. And so when I went home, I kind of had a conversation with myself, and I had to be honest with myself. And in that moment, I was like, look, you got to make a decision. You can either keep trying to half-ass it, or you can jump all the way in, regardless of how long it takes. And you can really figure out what you're doing and, really try to do this for real. And so that's what I did. And it took 3 years and 6 months.
I'm not trying to be cocky, but I hope they're paying attention because they have a first-hand seat to greatness.
Once I was challenged with dream bigger, I really took some time out to figure out what I wanted to do. And in that time, I realized I had all of these invisible walls around my biggest dream. I low-key didn't think that I could do what I really wanted to do. And my whole life, I thought I was the biggest dream on the planet, so that came as a surprise. In figuring out what I wanted to do, we launched a juice cleanse, merchandise, online testing.
Just talking to different people. This lady named Rodia, she started a company called The Spirit Diet, focusing on health and spirituality.
The official launch date of The Spirit Diet is March 31st, 2014. That's the day that I lost my daughter, who I named Storiee. And so she became the catalyst for me making sure that her leaving wasn't in vain.
Shift the market and be able to have to raise a substantial amount of capital and do that all the while by not having the creature comfort that most people enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just money and a place to live and just the security and knowing that.
What I gained is nothing short of what God's plan is for my life. I know that I'm on purpose. And when you're in alignment with what you were meant to do, there's a different level of satisfaction. So even though the loss was tremendous, the gain was even bigger.
Okay, so the total investment opportunity from the 2.2 years. It's supposed to feel scary. It's supposed to feel audacious. And honestly, if you weren't sharing this with me, not that I would think this, but I was like, damn, Rodia's a fucking egotistical asshole. You know what I'm saying? So yes, this is humbling. I'm glad that you, even as a genius, you still have thoughts that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, you onto it, man. Like, you're tapping into some major trends. The numbers make sense. You know what I'm saying? The timing is right. You know what I'm saying? You are the only person who has this perspective. Most people just don't know what it is. If you're not a wealthy person, if you're not an investor, you don't have a family office, if you're not a hedge fund dude, or you're not a real estate investor or developer, how the fuck would you know what the opportunities are?
Damn, the girl's got skills. Now, we were so impressed by her, we invited her to come co-host the show. Rodia, come on out.
And for me, knowing you, man, and knowing that, man, listen, you can't produce the body of work that you produce. You can't have the ideas. You can't have done the research and think it just doesn't work, right? So if you haven't read, if you haven't researched, if you didn't know what you were talking about, there's no way you can give me a 43-page appendix with numbers. Like, what? You know, I'm trying to explain to you, 43 pages of appendix of financials that you did yourself, that I'm telling you, okay,